Hey, Tommy.
Wayner, we're getting closer to Christmas.
Yes, we are.
Stockings aren't hung with the chimney, at the chimney with care yet, but they're
Maybe if you look closely, you'll see a little bit of glow from the Christmas tree lights.
Yes, they're on here. We have a Fraser fir.
You do?
Yes,
Please don't say fir on a Wednesday.
I know,
but
that's
anyway.
true. But Fraser fir is not bad.
Yeah, it's a good fir. Yeah.
I know a Fraser. Well, anyway.
So I want to start something, if you don't mind.
No, go
A
ahead.
little bit in the news. Started out with Bush and then Obama. A lot of things coming out from unsealed documents that the war in Afghanistan and Iraq was essentially done about 18 months into it. And none of our illustrious presidents, and I'm saying it, Bush too,
Right.
they had no withdrawal
Don't
plan.
say Bush on a Wednesday.
They had no withdrawal plan. They said it was, you could just bring it to almost like a business situation. They had absolutely no plan. They didn't know who the enemy was. They didn't know what their objective was, and they didn't know at the end, how do we measure success? That's like 101. It's even business, right? So they futzed around over there for 15, 16 years. And it turned out, and they said Bush made a huge miscalculation. We had wiped out Al-Qaeda, which is who we went in for. And suddenly we decided the Taliban were our problem. Mm-hmm. And the reality is that all these documents show they weren't. In fact, they wanted to come to the table with Bush in 2004 and come up with a peace treaty. And he said no, because he thought we had him on the run. Well, here we are. How many years later?
Yeah, and trillions of dollars.
Trillions of dollars. And men and women get blown up over there. It just
this is by no means to shoot down the bravery of our young people fighting these wars. They went over and did what they were supposed to do. We're blaming leadership.
Should have ended.
Right.
And actually, the oxymoron there is there was no leadership.
Right.
And it was terrible. I just thought I'd bring that up. I read that. It was terrible.
There were some weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. They found those rubber bands with the poison on them.
Yeah.
That were found. That was a nice thing. But
they toppled the statue too. But yeah, no, this was actually post-that 18 months later, and they said there was nothing left to fight for, and we just kept.
By the way,
our troops.
Here's a tidbit of information. Our Jills were actually in the palace. That became like a headquarters for the soldiers there. When they toppled that big palace, they pulled down his statue.
What were they doing there?
They went on a tour to help the troops. Like those NFL cheerleaders went. Some
You're
players.
kidding.
No, true story. And our Jills were in the the golden toileted palace.
Wow! And now they're in the unemployment line.
And I think there should be a law when you fight these wars that one side should wear something and the other. It should be distinct uniforms. Should be worn.
Okay, yeah. Well, we put that forth to Congress. Oh, we can't. They're doing nothing.
Oh, by the way, too, while we're talking about travesties and stuff, and it's well put. In Vietnam, they, Jane Fonda, of course, led the way with the baby killing and all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know if she led the way, but she was in on some of that stuff. The North Vietnamese killed more babies and innocent Vietnamese than anybody ever did. Yeah. So with that, of course,
do you have a source on that?
I do. I've read some very nice novels, and of course, some remote viewing was done.
Well, novels actually means that it's fake. You mean nonfiction?
Yes, the true ones.
Okay, thank you.
And on the Bible.
Jeez. Okay, now you also wanted to bring up a little bit about how...
Well, they're going through the impeachment
right now. The government today doing absolutely nothing.
The government's doing nothing but trying to impeach this guy because they can't beat him. And listen, I'm not thrilled with Donald Trump either. I don't think he cares at all about, especially us, middle class.
Right.
But the country is going well. He won the election. He's our president. The lack of respect and the lack of crap going on there. And, he went in there to kind of clean out the swamp, and you almost wonder if that's a fight back from that.
The swamp doesn't want to get cleaned up.
Right. And now listen, I wish in this country we could find somebody
that maybe could speak,
a statesman that could speak and
that could do good things, and also cross the aisle when you need to.
Right. And
not just partisan.
And get something done. And he's got business going. I'm a little scared with some of the deregulations. Yeah. I mean, some of it was there for a reason.
What was the toilet flushing thing? Did you hear that?
No.
So they're talking about how there was water regulation by the last presidency, and it was about we've got to keep clean water. Of course, I'm 100% for that. So he sits down. I have to laugh because I still have no idea what he meant. And he goes, today, there are people flushing their toilets 10 to 15 times. And he goes, it's got to stop. But no, in the same breath, he's talking about he wants to remove the water policies. So then that's hypocrisy. You're saying they're using water too much,
right.
But now you're going to remove it. I have no idea what he's talking about. And that's the scary
if
stuff.
It's yellow, let it mellow, right? But
unless you're Jay Gobbs,
right.
That's got to go right down.
and one thing you're bringing it up, I see it in California, the wonderful state of California, where human feces is abound. By the way, I don't know if anything's not burnt there, and that's a travesty.
Yeah.
There's got to be some way. There's all that Pacific Ocean water. You might not be able to drink it, but I think it would snuff out a fire.
Now, I hear that the salt within the water from the ocean would perpetuate the fire.
Well, that takes care of that. But
I'm kidding.
in California, there's a big to-do now. People are protesting nativity scenes. And they're actually putting the baby Jesus in a cage. Because that's, according to these wonderful people, bring us your, whatever.
Don't.
If Jesus, Joseph and Mary came into our country, they would be thrown in cages now.
Actually, now that you say that, I saw that where they caged each separately Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus.
They put them in different parts.
Different parts.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Feliz Navidad, my ass.
You know what? If God is walking the planet today, and He knows that the reason that's being done is to defeat Satan.
Yeah.
Not that we don't love everybody. We are one of the most giving countries on this planet. But they're infiltrating our country with Satanism and evil and jihadists. That's all that's about. Legal immigration, everybody. But if we stop trying to impeach Orange Glow, maybe you could get something done there. Botoxy?
Botoxy, I still love that. So, listen,
anyways.
I'm gonna go back and then we're gonna go to sports. The bottom line is, I think the guy's a buffoon. He could have the worst knowledge of the English language I've ever seen, okay? He definitely loves his rich brothers, but I will say this, okay? We're going towards immigration policies, all right? We've got, the economy is doing well.
Yes, it is.
He came up with a new trade agreement where we are getting killed. Everything moved to Mexico.
Yep.
He's finally staring down the Chinese and saying,
no,
you're going to buy our GMs while we buy Gook.
Right.
And I'm all for that. Because I've said it before, I'm an isolationist.
Well, Hillary was on the other day with Howard Stern, and she said, our NATO allies, I wouldn't do it. No, they're laughing. They laughed at us anyway. It was our lives and our money that solved all this stuff.
That's right.
And this guy is changing that, and I'm behind that 100%.
They're laughing at him for the way he speaks, but before that, they were laughing at Obama because they just kept signing. We kept signing checks.
And who started the whole thing with the elections was Obama and his staff with that dossier by some idiot named Steele. But anyways,
okay, let's talk Bills.
Let's talk sports.
Because that was a pretty
By the way, he
good
was
game.
the great healer. No, it was a very good game Sunday.
No, I really have no negatives coming out of that.
Me neither. Bills played tough.
That's a hell of a team we played. We knew it going in. And I think I said it here last week. By the way, I was really close. I said Baltimore 24-20.
Yeah, I was wrong. I really felt
No, it's not about you being wrong. I'm just saying. But here's the thing. I thought that game was a 4-point game either way. One of the things I thought, though, is 5-6 weeks ago, I thought we couldn't stand the same field with that team.
Right.
And last week, you and I went in saying, absolutely not. We're right there.
No, we played them.
And we were.
I thought we just left too many plays out there, whether it's quarterback drops. I can't knock the D at all.
Not at all.
You could nitpick.
No.
I would have challenged the non-interference call.
The end of third quarter, yeah.
By the way, Dan Fouts, who is horrific, did say that should have been, and he was right. It should have been pass interference. Yeah. If you ever listen to Bandits lacrosse out there with Randy Mearns and Gertler, they're horrible. I finally found somebody worse. I think Dan Fouts. They should put him in the box with those two.
Wow. See, I'm working, so someone's got to work for a living, Tom.
Right. Well, no, but the Bandits games you can listen to.
I'm kidding. I meant the Bills. I did not hear Fouts. One of my favorite all-time quarterbacks, by the way. That's not a Bill. I'll be honest with you.
Dan Fouts.
But
some nightmares with him when we played him.
Yeah, that's for sure. We won't get into it, but yeah, I hear he's really horrific.
Horrible.
Yeah, I thought, obviously the O didn't do what we needed to do, but I'm not going to sit here and pick it apart.
No.
We're on a mission here. We changed that 9 of the 11 guys, and it's coming around. Josh looks like the real deal.
Yeah.
And the defense is the real deal. And boy, they got some short fields, a bad punt, the strip sack, and you know what? Dawson Knox, man, you got to do something. You're dropping balls like crazy. Right. Yes, you show potential, but you got to catch in this league, man. And then that was a whiff block. Get at his legs if he's better than you.
Right.
But and that caused the strip sack, and that's points. Come on, man.
Yeah, and it's and other than that, that's really the only things we can. It's a game. Mistakes are made in the game, and whatever. And
by the way, Lee Smith has played like 2 snaps in the last 3 games.
Yeah, because
that's wonderful.
This Knox kid, I think, other than the drops and stuff,
he'll get better.
He's got some super. And I love that. I'd like to see a little more Tommy Sweeney.
Sweeney has been inactive, but I'll tell you, maybe it's time to bring him up. And
right.
with Lee Smith not playing, and I'm sick of hearing Lee Smith's the best blocker. Lee Smith holds and jumps constantly.
Right, and I think the Bills and probably can't fix it until the offseason, but a big strong receiver to go with the crew we got now.
The Smurfs got, I'll tell you what, our Smurfs got battered last week. And unfortunately, I was reading that the crew that we had there, the refereeing crew, was one that does not call a lot of PI. They let them play. Now, in a normal situation, I'm fine with that. Let them play both sides. But the difference is Baltimore's got that giant secondary linebackers, and we were standing there. We got Smurfs and we got battered.
Yeah, I think we got a little too small there. But again, I'm not gonna. It's not worth it. Whatever. We played them tough, and
no, it's a good team.
Go from there.
I'm gonna. It's early. We're not getting off the air yet, but I'm gonna say that the Bills will win this week.
I feel good about it.
By about a touchdown.
It'd be really sweet to beat them in Pittsburgh. We have not had success there.
No, they're in Kansas City in the night games. Ooh, even Super Bowl years.
Right.
God, we were awful.
Although we beat Pittsburgh there in the playoff, in the wild card year there.
Yes, we did.
And that was sweet. Mitch Farrat with a big touchdown. But
Frank's
normally, right, and normally not a lot of success in the
Schittsburg.
Shitty. And I didn't say that wrong.
We love that city.
Oh,
you can tell. It's just like New England. I love Boston.
Right. By the way, speaking of New England, more charges on the cheaters. I know we're going to get a lot of stuff out there from you the last 20 years, Patriot fans. But again, filming the other team's signals.
By the way, I like how you threw that. Last 20 years.
Yeah, because nobody knows who Randy Vitaly is, or Steve Grogan, or Plunkett.
Yeah, they jumped on the proverbial bandwagon.
Russ Francis. Nobody knows who those guys are.
No, they don't.
With the Patriots stamping the ball, which were one of the coolest uniforms in football.
Sam Bam Cunningham.
Yeah, nobody knows any of those guys. All they know, Brady's great, New England's great, Belichick's a genius. Yeah.
Here's what they should do.
By the way, McDermott ran Belichick's son off the field when they were out there when they weren't supposed to be playing here.
There's a pattern of this, and quite frankly, it's got to be stopped. Now, what you do is you find Kraft enough money so it hurts his pocket, and then he can't go back to Lauderdale to the Johnny Jerk Me Off, and then
Robert Kraft, you nice.
You number one.
You're quick though. Never mind. Let's try to keep this clean.
Then you hit him up with a draft choice.
Yeah, I'm saying this too. Like, you heard the coach of Cincinnati go, we're going to let the league handle it. We've heard how many people say we're going to let the league handle it. How about a student body right sweep?
Take out Belichick's knee.
We just couldn't stop running.
Yeah.
I mean, how about a message?
Listen, I'm sorry, Bill. I'm sorry that you're crippled.
Oops.
Maybe you can coach from a wheelchair.
Man, they did it years ago, dating ourselves here, but in the old, Chicago Stadium there.
You're dating yourself.
They ran one of our guys off the field. I think it was Gregory was his name.
Mm-hmm.
Ran him over the bench and crushed Godfrey. Broke both his legs. You remember that? Look that up. That happened. Dr. Joe, who later ended up being a butcher. But
yeah, Godfrey. You never want to go to a night with him.
Destroyed all the players.
That's why they all flew to Atlanta to see Andrews.
Yes, later on. But if you remember, he drew him over the. I think it was the Gregory. 33 was the running back. Drove him over the bench, and Dr. Godfrey. Remember they had that brick wall back in there? Ran right in that, broke his legs. I think it was Butkus.
Yeah. Maybe Belichick. Maybe what we could do is get Bella shit to maybe take it right to the side of the knee. You know what he can do? Him and Brady. Brady's 106. He can coach from a wheelchair.
I don't care. I hope we go to the playoffs and do well, but as long as they don't win.
Yeah, I can't take it. They get in our Super Bowl, I might jump.
And really Pittsburgh too. I mean, now they got Ducky Stevens out here. They find guys off the street.
Off the street. But let's get back to that game last Sunday with with the Patriots and Brady. Brady is, I'm telling you, no, we've all said it before, they're falling apart. No, Brady is scared to death. He won't get hit. Everything's thrown in the ground. Doesn't trust his receivers. His arm is not as strong. It's time to go bed down with the wife, buddy. It's
20
over.
Could 20 years please be over?
20
Speaking
years
of over.
of hell. Okay, so we got to dismiss them. That means we've got about 3-4 minutes
The
to
Sabres.
talk. Let's talk Sabres, yeah.
Kudos, Jack Eichel. We've defended him here. I don't know why we had to, but we did. And the kid is just getting better and better and better.
Yep.
And Sammy Reinhart, I love the way the Sabres are playing. I wish our GM could realize that this team could even be better. But apparently he's trying desperately, and maybe that's him calling now. But this team needs a tweak to get.
That's going to be the
excuse me,
Sabres.
to get some help with Jeff Skinner going.
Yeah, it's going to be a Sabres.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah,
I'll be
let's. I love the way the Sabres are playing. They're playing hard. They don't have enough talent. We generally, in a close game, bench one line a game and shorten the bench. There's just not enough talent. I guess we have to apologize to Ryan Mullen and Mike Capizzi.
About Larsson.
Yeah.
Quick thing on the Larsson goal there at the end of the period. Thank God we scored, but that puck was going wide, and he missed 2 empty nets, fellas. But we're winning, and I'm not going to apologize. But it was nice beating St. Louis, okay? And we have too many Larrys on this team.
I was called out. Now, Larry's got 6 points in the last 5 games, Tom.
Yeah. Well, again, when you're playing 16 minutes a game, you better put something in the net.
Well, he is, though.
Okay.
What do you say?
Okay. Okay.
What do you say?
Not apologizing.
No?
We could be a lot better there. What would Asplund do in that position?
Well, some say Esplin's only got 1 point.
Yeah, well, he doesn't play 16 minutes a game either.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Not budget, huh?
No, not budging.
So Capizzi, Tommy, Ryan.
There, Tommy.
Very little movement.
Yeah, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. This team needs to get better, and when our GM and our upper management, Ralph Kruger and them, decide what the talent level is and really see it, then this team could go somewhere. We're really getting close.
We are
Allmar's
close.
playing very well,
Yeah.
and we just
It's not, but-
we need a tweak. And to help
weak,
Jeff Skinner. We got to get Jeff Skinner going, guys.
We do, and I don't want to hear about how he's having a bad year. Somebody put on Twitter again. He's not worth $9 million. He's
No, he's not when he plays with Moshe Reed.
Yeah.
and Vladimir Sabok, idiot, and
Idiot.
Marcus
You held
Johansson.
off. Nice.
Yeah, it's give him a center.
Yeah.
Give him some. He's doing it alone.
I would say Galchenyuk too. I'm not really interested. He's got a $4.4 million tag, and yes, high draft choice of the Canadians, but he's not coming through. He's gone there, Arizona, now Pittsburgh.
That is though the kind of player we need. Not necessarily.
Not him. We need to find a guy like the Danny Briere for Grattan.
The Rene Robert for Eddie Shack.
Eddie Shack. We got to find one of those, and it's not our job here
Right.
or yours out there in the
Right.
public. The job belongs to I wish Bean could take over. He'd find somebody. But no, seriously, we need to find a piece because we are close.
Right.
Now, we're in second place. Yes, Harrington, we know. We're in second place. We love it. We're Sabre fans.
Right.
I love that win last night.
Sweet
I
win,
love the
yes.
Edmonton. It was great.
Yep.
But the bottom line is that we're 3 points out of sixth.
Right.
I mean, it's that quick.
And
in
let's
our
not be
division.
satisfied. Let's go. And you're a talent judge. You know we need a little tweak. Make the tweak, Jason.
the tweak.
We got too many D. Make a move.
Yeah. So go Bills. I say Bills by 7.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna agree with you.
Okay. So we're running out of time. We don't want one of those bad endings.
I got a question for you. You used to be a banker, right? Just something
Yes,
hit the other
yes.
day. They say money doesn't grow on trees, right?
Yes.
Why do banks have branches?
Oh, that
That's
but
sad. That's sad.
no,
Sad.
well, you turned into your dad. You're like that Progressive commercial.
It is sad.
You know,
And it really is bad.
got any quips or no? No. Anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. It has come out. I might as well say it here. I have been addicted to placebos, and the doctor said even if I stopped taking it, wouldn't make a difference. So,
Okay.
Boys,
Boys, things are going wrong for you.
it is.
So it's the holiday season. Da-da-da-da.
I have a good guest coming up. We might do something outside.
Yes, we got a guest, and then that'll be next week. Also, lot of happy hours and parties coming up for yours truly, the Benem. We got the First Niagara
Yeah.
group. We got the HSBC group. We got a lot going on. Tomorrow I'm going to see Bobby Crean, okay, the Rope-A-Dope boy. And unfortunately, it's a bad situation. His mother-in-law passed away, but I'm going to see Bobby tomorrow, and hopefully afterward maybe we can have a few chuckles just to lighten the mood.
That'd be good. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers for that for the family there too.
Yeah. All right.
That's about it, right? Take care of each other. Take care of yourself and each other.
Wow, that's
one of our presidents used to say that. I think.
No, he didn't. That's the guy on, like Fox at 3:00. What's his name?
Oh, Springer. Jerry Springer said that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know I got it from somewhere.
Love one another as you love yourself. Bob, don't take that the wrong way. Good night.
Bye, everybody.